YouTube, it's Petey. Hey, I changed my shirt. I got this one. Well, Gopti found it for me yesterday for 99 cents, and it's got a weird smell to it. A lot of times when I buy these shirts from a secondhand store, especially the athletic stuff, it has a blueberry, like a real strong, like Gain Ultra, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm wiping my eyes again. I'm not supposed to do that when I'm on camera. I guess I get a little nervous and I have the need. I'm constantly, yeah. So anyway, today's recommendation video is a guitar slinger guy by the name of John 5. He has a video out. It's called I Am John 5. You may know him from Telecaster Hero guy with the, he plays dress up. He's always in unusual kind of cavemanish outfits, or he'll look like a scruffy cowboy. He's got all sorts of different outfits and all sorts of wonderful Telecaster guitars customized with a kill switch. Now, this particular video, he's got a band, John 5 and the Creatures, and I'm going to link a couple of those videos in the description. Most recently, this video just dropped yesterday, I believe, or it's fairly new. I Am John 5, and the question that I'm going to ask you is, do you think that it's cool? Are we going to tolerate two robotic guitar players? Because we have Buckethead and Giant Robot, which has been around since the 90s. Okay, that was his first thing, was Giant Robot. And now in 2019 we have I Am John 5. Now, if you listen to Buckethead and then you listen to some of John 5's stuff, you will hear where, in my opinion, John 5 is aping Buckethead's style. Okay? Now, for me personally, as far as this question goes, I will go ahead and say how I feel about it. Yes, there is room for two guys pretending they're robotic guitar players, because their styles are very different. As much as they are alike, they're very different. And ultimately, I have to say, my creditation leans very heavily towards Buckethead. Okay, as far as who's the champ, Buckethead's the man. Now, I have yet to see John 5 perform live, which he's on my list. Definitely have to go see this guy play live. And me saying, oh, I'm going to tolerate that, it's basically, it comes down to this. I'm aware of both artists and their shtick, and it doesn't bother me to the point. It kind of does. Shame on you, John 5. You could have come up with something else on your own. And how much of that is even true, I don't know. John 5 may have taken a look at Buckethead and said, that's not for me. A lot of recording musicians, they're like that. They are very careful with what they put in their heads, because they know our minds are computers that will store this stuff in the memory bank. It'll come back out later through your hands, and you don't even know that you stole that song. So, a lot of intelligent and hardworking artists are very careful about what they put in their ears, because they know how your mind works, and that you will unconsciously steal. So I very well may be incorrect on this assumption that John 5 has aped Buckethead. I think any Buckethead fan that isn't a fan of John 5, if you show them the certain videos, they're immediately going to say that that's the case, and they're going to like hate on John 5, like this is a poor, pale imitation of Buckethead. So I'm not saying that either one is any better. They both have very different styles in how they approach the instrument. I do think that there are some strong similarities in between what they're doing at certain points musically. And I really like both styles. I think that John 5 has a fluidity. I think that his his phrasing and what he's doing has a different flavor than what Buckethead is doing. So there are differences to it, and I don't want to make this video unbelievably long, so I'm going to try to wrap this up quickly. I'm going to leave some links to John 5 stuff in the description. It seems like, again, like he's kind of summing up elements of Buckethead's ideas and just throwing those out there in a real produced little package that's much more tongue-in-cheek and where everything is handed to you, where Buckethead doesn't have videos with imagery like that in it. There's one scene with a woman who looks like a porn star, obviously engaged in an adult act. You see through a window. It's stuff like that. The tanks pulling up and shooting at him. Buckethead's style is much more artsy-fartsy, cerebral, and where he's just going to maybe show some video of the original giant robot, the Japanese thing, where you have John 5 making a produced video with all of those elements just handed to you. Okay, so ultimately, like I said, it's two different approaches, but it really seems to me like we're talking about the same thing here. I'll let you comment on how you feel about that, and please let me know if you've seen either one of these guys, especially if someone has seen both. That's what I really want to hear from. I want to hear that person who saw them both and what they walked away with. And again, I will say, when you get to a certain level of skill or how fast you can run up and down the fretboard, it's really impossible for me to start saying, well, that guy's better because he has more emotion or he has more soul. Comparing like old Dave Gilmour to Steve Vai, there's guys out there that are going to pick David Gilmour and say he's better. Where it's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, an example of that could be, given a little bit of time, let's say given a week, to nail a solo. I believe Steve Vai could nail any David Gilmour solo given a week. If you had a gun to his head, it might not be perfect, but I don't think David Gilmour could play any of Steve Vai's solo given his entire lifetime. And that's why I would have to pick Steve Vai as the better guitar player. But it's also weird because when you get to a certain level of skill, it's very difficult to determine who is better, and that's when personal preference kicks in. So this is a very ridiculous type of waste of time, silly arguments. Okay? I bring you John 5. I am John 5. Check it out.